I kind of what's going on.
How are you?
Good. Easy, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna start off with this podcast. We're gonna do this is Connor Finley. He struggles with autism, he has ADD, um, anxiety, how to improve life, politics, and LGBTQ. Uh,
Yeah.
First, we're going to start off with what is your most proudest accomplishment in life?
It's my most proudest accomplishment in life. Probably graduating high school and getting out of school altogether.
You didn't like school?
I didn't mind it. It was a lot for me. I had learning challenges, and I didn't really have a lot of friends. So it was kind of like why be in a school where you don't really have a lot of friends and you can't, learn as good as the other students. So it was kind of like it wasn't the best time of my life. Let's just put it that way.
Was college ever a thought?
Um, not really, just
No.
because I mean, I feel at this stage, I mean, it wouldn't be too late, but at the same time, I don't think I need it. Like, I do what I do and I'm good at it. And, you know,
What's your biggest achievement while living with autism?
Biggest achievement, probably making as much friends as I do today because making friends is hard for me. And for how many friends I do have, it helps, like I'm like, oh my God, I get more confident of myself. So then I make more friends and it just like, it works out.
You like having friends?
I do. Sometimes, I mean, yeah, we get into arguments a lot, but I mean, other than that, I mean, we get along with each other like any normal friendship. Like we go out, we have fun, we go to the movies, go to restaurants, eat out a lot. So it's really fun to have those core friends in my life. So,
What is your biggest challenge with autism?
biggest challenge, probably if I needed to explain myself, I would not be able to explain myself. Like, let's say if there was something bad that happened, I would not even be able to like communicate like what happened. Like, I would just be in shock and I wouldn't even be able to like, I wouldn't even be able to tell anybody what happened.
What's one thing you wish more people understood about autism?
The well, there's a couple of things. So, first of all, I think people look at you a certain way and they're just like, okay, this is that person. They really kind of judge you on just how you look. Really. Like some people with autism, sure, they look different than a normal person. And it's like they kind of look at you just strangely and like, oh, why is this guy like this? And like sometimes if I'm at a bar or at a restaurant and I try to talk to a person, like they wouldn't understand me. Like they just say, oh, like, get away from me. Why are you talking to me? Like that type of thing. I mean, they wouldn't really say that to me, I don't think, but in hindsight, like if it's not like a person that really understands me and really understands who I am as a person, like I don't think it would work out, you know.
Do you think they know that you have autism or not? Always.
Um, Sometimes I feel they do, and then other times I'm really good at masking it. Like, you know, I'm not like too bad with it, but I still think that some parts of me have that where it's like they know I have it.
What's your biggest struggle with ADHD?
The ADHD part, well, that part is simple. Um, Whenever, like, for instance, whenever like I come home from work and I'm like wanting to go take the dog out for a walk because that's my routine. And if I cannot do that, oof, it pains me. It's like I really want to take the dog out for a walk and talk to my friends on the phone and just like, be just outside because I've been inside for the whole day. And when it rains, I'm like, oh, God, I can't do any of it. I mean, I can still talk to my friends and stuff, but I enjoy walking. I enjoy walking a lot because it just gives me so much, like, it releases all the stress and anxiety that I had during the day.
So you like to have a routine.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you ever felt misunderstood because of your autism or ADHD? If so, how?
Well, going back to my point, I mean, yes, a lot of times. Just because of how like maybe sometimes when I'm speaking to people and I'm just like sometimes like some things come natural to me and then others don't. So if I'm telling them a joke or I'm telling them this, they might not understand the joke the way I do and take it either to offense or like something else, and then it just blows out of proportion at that point. So it's not that I'm meaning to say it. It just comes out of my mouth and it just, I naturally say it. It's not like anything I can control saying sometimes.
What was the hardest subject for you in school and why?
The hardest subject? Definitely math.
Yeah.
Math was the hardest. I'm horrible at math. It was a struggle for me. It was just like, God darn it. Like I cannot do it. Like, and especially like when it got to like high school, I was just nope. I mean, I barely did elementary and middle school math, let alone the high school math we had to do. It was just no way. I would spend hours with my mom just doing homework on a weekend. I was just like so miserable.
What advice would you give to someone who was just diagnosed with ADHD or autism?
Um, well, my advice, first of all, you're you. There's nothing that you can do to like, just get away from it. You just have to live your life to the fullest and just try to like, you know, think every day is gonna be okay. It's nothing that big of a deal. But sure, like sometimes maybe you have in the back of your head, like my issues, like, oh my God, like are people gonna accept me as a friend? Or people gonna like look at me differently? Sometimes I I think of that all the time. But you can't really think about that all the time because it would just bug the crap out of you. It would just eat you inside. So you really you can't think of it that way. You just have to look at it like, hey, this is me and I'll do it my own way and, you know, just live life.
How has anxiety affected your daily life?
Well, the anxiety part, I mean, with work mostly because a lot of work anxiety. Um, and then, I mean, that's pretty much the only thing. Although anxiety, like in general, like if like for instance, sometimes like I feel anxiety just being at home or like I'm just like if I'm out somewhere and I'm just like thinking of a thought that I have in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I can't get rid of it. Like it just sometimes it comes and goes. So I don't know. I need to start thinking of how to handle it, but better. But yeah, it comes and goes. And it's actually weird. Like I did not have this as a child. It only affected me when I started probably 28 or no, maybe even younger, like 21, like it started and then it just started to get worse. So,
What's one area you hope to improve on your anxiety?
the one area to improve on is just don't focus on the little things so much, focus on the bigger issues. Like sometimes like I'm like, oh my God, did I like close the door when I took the dog out? Like, did I do this? Like, there's little things that I just sometimes just get overwhelmed with, and then I'm like, oh my God, did I do it? No. It's a struggle.
What's one coping skill that has helped you manage your anxiety?
Well,
Improve
walking.
anxiety. Walking.
Yeah, I like to walk a lot, so it helps definitely. And talking to friends and just doing all the stuff that I normally do on a daily basis.
How does your dog help with your anxiety?
Well, the dog sleeps with me at night, so that helps. But she's cute. She just like comes up to me, I pet her, like it's part of the family. Like, she helps a lot with it.
What's your biggest fear?
Um, well, there's a couple in my head, but I'm not gonna go there. Um, Sometimes my biggest fear is like I don't know, losing somebody that I care about or like something that happens, stuff like that. My biggest fear of all, and like I don't know. My biggest fear of all is when see and can I be honest with you?
Sure.
Um, well, I like somebody very much, and I don't know. That's my biggest fear is it's either gonna be like we're gonna really hit it off, or I mean we have, but I really like them and I wish to continue our relationship the way that we were. And sometimes I fear that like and it's not like I'm gonna lose him. It's the fear of just thinking of what the future holds. Like because I know we can make it work and like it just I don't know. So that's my biggest fear is
So your
losing the
biggest fear is
person that I
losing
really like.
or losing.
Yes. Yeah.
When did you first recognize your sexual orientation?
When I first well in high school actually. Um I was I was in gym class of all places and we were getting changed and I was like, "Oh my God, I like guys." That's basically the answer I can give you. Like that was like the most I don't know any other like explanation except for that because it's weird like I dated one woman in high school. I liked her a lot, but I didn't really feel a connection that I did with guys. And like the things that guys and girls haven't not in common is like girls like certain things and guys like certain things. So sometimes I felt like, oh, well, wouldn't it be easier to be with the same sex? Like, because you really like the same things. Like, you're not, too different. Like, you like sports, you like this, you like that. Like, we're, two guys are better than a girl. Like, So I was like, okay, let's try it. And I've been that way ever since. So,
What was your first? What was the process of like coming out for you?
The process of coming out. Oh God. Well, first of all, I actually did not tell my parents at first. So, funny thing is, and you can edit this somehow. I told my guidance counselor first, and then I came home to my parents to tell them. I did not tell my parents straightforward. I was like so afraid, and I don't know why I was afraid. I knew they were going to accept me for who I was, but being in high school and being, you know, so young, and then like your parents thinking, oh, he'll bring a nice girl home, stuff like that, be normal. But no, you know, I'm gay. So I just never knew how to like tell them that, like, it was very hard for me. It was. And then as soon as they got used to it, like now it's bridge, like water under the bridge. Like everybody knows. Like my parents know, my relatives know, like everybody knows. So it's not like that as much of a big deal as it was back then. But back then I was very scared to tell anybody. So, and I'm glad that I did, because it's just my life now. Like this, you know, it's normal.
Have you ever experienced discrimination towards you about being gay because you were LGBTQ? If so, how would you handle it?
A couple times at school. And I would just tell somebody. I wouldn't, like, that's the thing about me. I'm not a violent person, so I would never get into fights. I would never, like, stick up for myself. I would just take it. And like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's just not me. So in like high school, like if somebody came up to me and said, the F word, I just nope. Like I would just ignore it and move on with my life, you know? And it frustrated me because I couldn't defend myself because I'm not that type of person. I never was. So for people to do that to me and then expect me to do something to them, like, it would never happen. So,
Who has been your biggest supporter throughout your years or journey?
mm, probably parents, mostly. My aunt,
Yeah, that's what I was.
um, yeah, so they've all been everybody's been really supportive of me. So
What,
even my friends. So
what does pride mean to you?
pride. Well, pride means to me that like you can be yourself. Like every time I go to an event, I'm like, oh my God, I can be myself, just be normal. Like instead of people judging you all the time and like, I mean, sure, there are people that judge you there. Believe me, I've been there in Naples. Like, it's crazy there sometimes with all the, people with the signs and all that stuff. But, like everybody's just having fun and being themselves. And I love it. Like, you know, be yourself. Like, that's the biggest message I want people to know is just be yourself, no matter who you are. Just you know, be yourself out there. Like don't be afraid to like express yourself, whoever you are.
What's the one thing you wish more people understood about being LGBTQ?
Um the thing that well mm,
They're getting harder on that.
I know. Uh I think the biggest part about being LGBTQ. What was the question again? Sorry.
What's the one thing you wish more people understand about being LGBTQ?
I don't think there's really a thing to be understood about. I think like maybe because like I think people just need to be more just accepting of it. Like when you walk into a restaurant and you act a little more flamboyant or you act a little more like not normal, like, like just be nice to them. Just don't be like, oh my God, he's so gay over there. Like, oh my God, he's this, he's that. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people that judge these days, and it just, ugh, it does not look good.
What's a misconception about LGBTQ that people would like to clear up, or you would like to clear up?
The misconception about us. Hmm, I don't really think there's a misconception about us. I mean, sure, like, I think actually, no, there is, now that I'm thinking about it. So, you know how, like, sometimes I believe that people think like all these pride events and all these like they think that we're just doing that just to say, oh, we're gay and this and that. It's not just that. It's for us to express ourselves the way we want to express ourselves. It's not that we're just going out there to say, oh, hey, it's us, like give us more attention than other people. It's not like that. It's for them to understand that we've been discriminated against, just like every other race has been discriminated against. And, you know, it's us. And I mean, be kinder to one another. Like that's how I think of it. So,
What advice would you give to someone who is questioning their sexual identity or gender?
the advice I would give is again, be yourself. Um, but the other thing I would suggest is don't get too worked up about how you're gonna like tell other people, because that's how I was, and it was not good. I was like panicky. I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna tell people like that I am this? And to be honest with you, if you know that the people are gonna support you 100%, then just tell them. Just, you know, you can't live in a world that you're always feared in telling people who you truly are, because if you do that, then nobody's going to understand you, you know.
Yeah. What changes would you like to see for the LGBT community?
Other changes, I don't think there's really any changes that I want to see, other than actually I don't think there is any.
Becoming more accepting?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's good. I think it's, and then I think it's probably for me to be becoming more accepting of others that are gay or,
Yeah.
uh, what message would you like for the LGBT youth who are struggling to hear today? So for kids would you like to hear that are struggling? Like what message would you like for kids to hear that are struggling to come out?
Oh, well, I think what we as people that have already came out, I think what we have to tell them is like just be calm when you do it. And tell people that you really trust. Don't just tell anybody that you see off the street. Like, and I feel that some people have, and it's just not the way that you should do. You should tell the people that you really love and really respect first, and then tell the other people instead of just telling everybody at once, you know.
So now we're gonna make a transition into politics.
Oh God.
That your request was
Yes.
politics. And so what would you like to see happen in politics over the next few years?
Well, over the next few years, I think the country is really divided over you know, who's like Republican and Democrat. Like, I wish there was a candidate that was both. So, like, if that makes sense, like, there should be just one person for each party. So, like, some views that are Democratic and some views that are Republican. I feel that we've gotten into this world where it's just one-sided, and it's dividing the country too much. It's like, okay, there's like Trump on this side and whoever's on this side, like, and then they clash, and then it gets ugly. Like, I don't know, politics are an ugly thing today. They
So
really are.
so more so not having to have like one side or the other for each political.
Yeah, like at least like go into the middle. Like, that's what I really want to see. I want to see a candidate that can be in the middle of it, like not too far left and not too far right. That's who I want.
What's one thing you would like politics to change? And same thing for what do you think changes need to be made in most politics today?
Yeah,
Okay. So I guess there was only one question about politics really
yeah.
in mine. If you could change one thing about mental health, what would it be?
I think we need to be more understanding of that too, just like the LGBTQ. Like, people are who they are. And I know I've been saying that for this whole entire interview. It's You can't change people for how they think. And I think, like, even with sometimes, like, even with, like, I don't know, just a lot of things in my life. Like, I go to a bar and I try to talk to people, and then people don't talk back, like, because they think I'm weird and they think I'm like strange. And I'm like just trying to be friendly to them. And it's just like, it frustrates me when people don't understand where I'm coming from sometimes either. Like, and I know you can't go into a person's mind and change whatever's going on in there, stuff like that. But the fact that, like, people can't understand, like, I don't know, just by talking to you that you have something, like, and just actually have some empathy for what you have. So that's the biggest part.
Uh, so this is going to wrap up our interview. This is going to be our final question.
Yeah.
And what message would you like for people to remember after hearing your story?
Well, what I think people need to take back from this is we need a kinder planet. We need a kinder world. We can't be always fighting each other for. Like, I feel that people are always thinking of themselves instead of other people, and people need to start thinking of other people instead of themselves all the time. And I feel that's the biggest thing about this whole interview is I feel that people have gotten lost into their own separate worlds and just completely forgot of how to like, love, and just be around each other. Like, just be together, be happy. Everybody's always like, oh, this is not right. That's not right. Like, just please, like, let's all get together and be kinder. That's the biggest thing about this.
Also, be yourself, right?
Yes, be yourself.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.